Fenry gonna be first up versus Big Chief Sosa. Fenry did not get a last chance to play, so he's the only guy that didn't go up against Chief. So now the Chief versus Fenry is gonna be the duel we needed. Is Fenry? He is Sentinel. He is Sentinel. That's why he's got this little shield. I really wish they didn't completely gut that shield, dude. That Tempest, I just got full ascend. Unfortunately, Tar Trap does keep it in place. Fenry, try to see if he can poke around the corner. I don't think he won the smoke. I don't think he won the lightning. I don't think he won the thunder. I don't think he won none of that. Sunder does go for a trinket. Still lassoing? I'm not sure what's happening. Did it lasso the pet by accident? He may have. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. It's going to be Fenry with a little bit of defense. Is maybe looking for Turtle. Let's go for a huge charge catch up to Sosa. And it's going to be potentially damage to see if the explosives. Big ascent. Trying to see if we can maybe end this right here. Picking up a little bit of healing. Massive Tempest is what's winning in the game right now. He just hits one good hit. Fenry does go for a turtle shell last second. Sosa, I don't know if you realize he had a big old, like, Fenry was done. Those Tempests had him super incredibly low. Does end up trapping one of these pets. However, if you rush in binding shot, as long as you can avoid that scatter into a binding shot, that is unfortunate combo. Fenry at no health whatsoever though, does dive in a feint. His pet is dead, so it actually gives him a clean getaway. No shot. Hold on a second. Eyes are rope. Cheap. He is not dead. He is in stealth. He is bandaging. He's letting his pet be dead so he can stay in combo. We do have eyes on either side. I don't know if you realize it. Maybe he's like waiting for the next person. Maybe he's like, you know what? I won that duel. Nope. Fenry is still alive. He's still alive and kicking. You will be able to see the pet at this point. I think that's why he realized, like, okay, I think the hunter did get away. 100% that must have what happened. As Fenry tried to see if he can get himself the angle, got himself the Lunar Storm onto Sosa. Grenades flying in off of that tier set too, which is doing a bunch of damage. Sosa picking up a lot of procs on top of it, walling this off. And Fenry just gonna back away while the wall is active, unfortunately. It is going to be a disengage for a second. Sosa able to land lightning strikes back to back. Fury of the Eagle lasted to stop him while he was disarmed for a second. Sosa needs something to keep himself alive. Big Tempest into a heal, but Fenry almost got him dead to rights with that flanking strike. One more grenade is all he needs. Sosa needs a heal. He needs more Maelstrom spending. He needs a heal. Tempest, and he needed one more global for a heal. That was actually so close. Fenry does get the angle. It was so close, so rough, so clutch, but he does get the angle. I am surprised. Fenry played that one really well, by the way. Definitely played that really, really well. That was huge. It was literally a globe, like a second away from one more heal. However, Stunner to Fenry, he does go for a feint death with a trinket immediately. Does eat a Dawnlight. Can't really do much about that. Best he can do is potentially just get some damage onto Red MVP. Try to see if he can blow him up right now with a full go. Searing Glare almost could have interrupted it, unfortunately. Fenry, what? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. What was that? Huh? Well, I guess I can't find out what was that. But literally just flank and strike him for like the rest of his health bar. I'm sorry. What? I don't think I've ever seen that. Holy! Fenry, what was that? Imagination up next versus Flexi Bites. Flex not giving this mage any chance to recover. Dropping down meteors. Phoenix on the other side. Blocking it, but the Phoenix is still pumping you. You're in trouble, bud. You're in trouble. That's more meteors from the Phoenix. He's not letting it go anywhere. Except the bird got a sneeze infest. It stopped. The bird. What did bird do? I was gonna try to see if I can maneuver the camera to the bird. I can't. I try to move my camera and position onto somebody. I need to position on somebody that's not alive and released, which you can do from Fender. I was trying to see if I could close the camera to the bird because it was using abilities and it wasn't really doing much. That was crazy. Yeah, he got away with a camo when Pet died. I knew you got a stealth. Chris, feint the flame shock. Oh, I'm not sure how he feint that. Did he actually feint a flame shock? Did Blizzard break feint again? Box it up before Loez got voltaic shock, flame shock on him. Oh, that's I'm not sure actually. Animation enough for the that's weird. Yeah, that's actually a good question. I'll need to double check. Big bite onto imagination. Sorry, I was trying to figure out with the ASAP Turk what happened there. Because it looks like he did flame shock the hunter, but the hunter did catch a resell. So I'm not sure exactly how. So I'll need to go back and look at it myself. But it's going to be full stun onto flex. Is that just over for flex? Yeah, Tyr just goes in. Dance up on that guy. Hold the lights is up next. Trinkets right after. Try to see if he can stay on top of Tyr as best as he can. Big old cleave down. Try to see if he can stay next to the rogue. But the rogue is going to be able to get out of this. Lights is not going to be able to catch him just like that just yet. He's going to have to wait. He's going to have to wait until next time the rogue is out and about. Eyes are not available for either side. So we are in a bit of a rough situation. I'll need to, what is it, look through the footage to see what happened. I'm interested actually. Bob immediately for lights? Hold on. That is a vanish for Tyr, but this is one last vanish unless he melds. Because lights use a trinket for one, Bob for the other. Is it gonna bubble the next? Is that what I'm to expect here? Because I feel like the paladin, can't they just brazenly use immunities and just as long as they get a wake of ashes onto a rogue and dawnlight? I guess if you can just bop and stun immediately or bubble and stun, Tyr would melt to a dawnlight. He does have a cloak of shadow, so that'll help stave off some of that, but it's still going to be a lot of damage. Like a ton. Obviously, even for some reason it can be used because of the stuns. Yeah, looking for the overall nerf. Immunity to 2 instead of 3. Yeah, that immunity thing with CC and DRs is going to be very interesting. Either it's going to be really good or like the worst move Blizzard ever made. It is kind of wild, but as a rogue, like thinking about like being able to, not being able to like triple cheap shot somebody, I'm a little worried, but maybe it'll be okay. Like if I just need 2 stuns and I can still land a kill, that'd be fine. But we'll see. Time will tell. Once people get in the beta, I think we'll be able to get more people queue in arenas and stuff. And then we'll be able to test the PvP a little bit better. I'm gonna set it out. What? No, man. You're more than welcome to participate if you want to. Stun on the Tyr does get a full wake of ashes, most likely. Cloak. Look at him. He got sippy cup, but at 38% dampening, it is still melting. That dawnlight hurts a ton, and it's not going to let the rogue get out of the sight whatsoever. Does get hit with a blind, does not follow up with the searing glare, unfortunately. Does let the rogue get a gouge. Still a dot on him. As the cloak said, getting a shot. He's trying to make sure he can get his reset without the cloak. And he is going to be able to. He does get one. Human Rachel was used for Holy Light, so you won't have access to his normal human trinket for a while. It says stuns don't count towards it, but stuns do go all the way down to quarter of a second. So I know that stuns and CC for PvE don't immune. Does it say stuns still just can no? I'm pretty sure all CC in PvP. I'm gonna need to double check it, but I was pretty sure all CC in PvP would immune after second DR. But in PvE, it's like no immunes, none, ever. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong, like categorically. Lights does get hit with a gouge for a Tyr. It's going to be a full kidney shot. Lights, unless you bubble it, he doesn't feel like he needs to. Tyr got a bit of damage, locking him down, but not the craziest amount of damage. He's going to be able to go for Shield of Vengeance. Rogue looking for a step, stuns him before he can go for another step. Trinket right after is still on top of the rogue. I think still has him dotted. But he decides to go for a bit of that flash heal recovery. For Tyr, question is, blades are available, so maybe he makes some work cloak shots before the Hodge comes out, but I don't think he would have had a Hodge. Try to see if he can add lights right here. It's going to be a bubble. As Tyr looking to back himself out of it, does get the dots on him. No cloak to remove it. Is that Dawnlight just going to end you? It might. It could. It actually could. Next unavailable for the Paladino, the gouge. Do you go for a kidney shot? You do. He has a trinket back up. Do you have a Hodge? If you have a Hodge right now, might just win. Hodge does have it. Wake of Ashes? Do you have it? Lay on hands? I think he wins this. Unless Tyr somehow escapes this miraculous. He needs a second. Oh no. Rogue. He just sits down on his corpse. He's sitting on his corpse. Oh. You know what? I feel like if you're a Paladin main, you're probably like, yeah! F this rogue. See you bag him. I feel like if you're a rogue, you're like, no, dude. No. And I'm God. And Wes is God. Lights, last one left versus, or where is the last one left over for the team? What two? Your broke brethren just got teabagged. You gotta find a way to win this. The Outlaw Rogue. The spec everybody hates Rogue. The one that everybody clowns on Rogue. The Outlaw Rogue. The out LMAO rogue. Killing spree and the pally. Unfortunately, he did have a bop available, but I don't think he could have used it there. Could he? I don't think Forbearance was up yet. Although I could be wrong on that. But it does gun down a full killing spree into him with Elemental Sin going to be up next. I like the fact that you have an axe. Like a two-handed axe as a weapon. Instead of a shield. I do think the shield is probably better for more armor. But I like the axe play. I think it's cool. Does end up going for a trinket. Dropping down a stun totem. Where is going to get hit with a stun? No human race to break out of it or normal trinket. It is going to be a bunch of zaps on Elemental Sin. He's got himself another Stormkeeper ready to go zapping away. Zapping it. It is going to be where backing himself out into a stealth. Looking for the reset. Looks like no dots on him. No flame shock. Nothing. Still got a drone rush for a bit. Is going to be able to get himself that good setup. That clutch flame in hands. Yeah, with Paladino, you definitely have to. With Paladins, they definitely have to like itemize those abilities really well. Full root onto Whir, but it doesn't matter. Look how much damage he's doing from a distance. Not even in melee onto Elemental Sin, knocking him off the platform completely, dropping in an earthquake on a guy. I think maybe the earthquake for like what the slow effect and the knockdown effect, potentially. Or I think he's playing Elemental Blast, which is why he's going for earthquakes instead, because he wants to go for big LA Blast, but like when he doesn't have it and wants to go for mobility. Might as well earthquake. Trying to go for a big Tempest. Does get himself a full Tempest, but it's going to be a killer shot by the rogue. Is this enough damage? Full killing spree and does got him. But TM Demoniac going to be up next. This is an assassination. Couple of dots onto Wes with a blind. And Wes, I don't think he has any kind of... He got a trinket. I thought he didn't. Going to be evasion for Demoniac with a Cloak of Shadows. Does get a cheap shot onto Wes for Warsock for a second. Keep calling him Wes for some reason. Kingsbane? Does it connect? I don't know if Kingsbane connected. I think it did. I think it did. So for Whir, I don't know what he can do really. I think it's over. Yeah, just the dots, the poisons, the bleeds. It's a matter of time. 2 for Fenrir, by the way. Massive burst. He didn't play that long and 140 mil damage. That is a lot. Let's get us another going, man. I think we need a rematch between the Hunter and the Shaman at some point.